Prejudice is a preconceived attitude that's usually negative about a group of people or some kind of situation. And it's usually formed without critical thought or careful evaluation of the data and facts. Now, prejudice is an attitude, and that is distinct from discrimination, which is actually acting on that attitude and treating, let's say, a group of people differently because of a prejudice that one holds. Okay, so it's important to distinguish those two. Prejudice is an attitude, and discrimination is the actual act of treating groups of people differently. Now, you can see people who are prejudiced who don't discriminate, okay, but often the two can go hand in hand. In the next section of the reading, you're going to learn more about what we know about prejudice and discrimination. Okay, how does prejudice develop? How do people learn to be prejudiced? Okay, why are some people more prejudiced than others? What do we know about that? Okay, and we'll also look more at stereotyping. How can group stereotypes negatively impact that group? You'll learn about a concept known as stereotype threat, which I think you'll find really fascinating, so make sure not to skip over that. And finally, the chapter will wrap up with what we know is effective for reducing prejudice. Now, importantly, I am posting a link to a short overview, kind of summarizing a famous study that was done in rural Iowa back in the 70s by a third grade teacher. She was really interested in how children at that time were learning to become prejudiced and discriminatory towards others. This is a very famous study. It's known as the Brown Eyes, Blue Eyes study. You may have heard of it. And I have some real live footage from that work posted within the reading. So you'll definitely want to check that out. People usually find that really interesting. The results are kind of scary and concerning, but it taught us a lot about how easy it is for people to learn prejudice and discrimination from others, especially parents and older adults. So go ahead and check all of that out, and hopefully you'll find this area very fascinating.